What up? What up? So I was just thinking about this a little earlier. You notice how, where I guess when you start to venture off into this conspiracy shit, and you start to understand what's going on, and you kind of have a grasp on what's going on, you notice that some people, certain things start fucking with you, and some people just pass it off like it's nothing. Some people really take it into consideration, and some people just don't even see it, ever since I got into it, it took me a couple years to get to fully get it, but if you're able to live your life with those thoughts in your head, so that when certain things happen, you look at it in a different perspective, I don't know, for instance, I guess an example would be, let's say, I don't know, this guy is addicted to, I don't know, drugs or something. I don't know. And when I'm trying to explain this the right way, when that person tries to quit and really, but it's still kind of it's still kind of shaky, they definitely want to quit, but they're still prone to fall back into the bad habits. When they go to actually quit, the dealers and the drugs essentially somehow always find a way back into your life. Alright? And the reason why I'm giving this example is because if you're able to understand that, hey, I'm putting this intention out that I'm quitting, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere these drug dealers and the drugs just show up in your fucking lap essentially, you realize that the universe, I guess you could say the universe, or the world and the way that it works, is trying to fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? But if you can realize that, hey, they're doing this on purpose because they're trying to get me to stay down, then you realize it in that moment, and you're like, fuck that, I'm done with that shit, I'm not going back, But to the average person who doesn't think like that, will just take it as, oh, well, somebody, I just ran across it, just randomly ran across it, but but I mean, that's with everything, though. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to stay away from, shitty food or whatever, and then boom, you get a free fucking meal to McDonald's or whatever the case is. Just like certain little things like that. The universe is testing you. At least that's how I look at it. And if you're able to look at it as testing, then you can gain a lot of traction and really understand how it's all working, and I believe that it's happening to all of us, day in and day out. It's just different scenarios, situations, whatever. Damn it, there was something I was gonna say. Hold on. Fuck, man. God damn it, I can't remember what I was gonna say, man. But it was about, the whole thing and how it all works. I guess it could be, people watching you and sending it that way. Maybe not in this reality, but maybe in the spiritual realm. Who are fucking with you. I really wish I could remember what the fuck I was gonna say, because it really irritates me. But seeing life at that perspective totally changes the game. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Now I remember. So, when people used to tell me, oh, don't watch TV, it's a distraction, or don't watch sports, it's a distraction, or don't do this because it's a distraction, and yada, 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 yada. I never understood it, never really quite got it. I understood where they were coming from, but I didn't. I was like, that shit don't bother me. It's not going to fucking affect me. But you don't realize it until you step back and realize it, all the way down to just a song that makes you feel upset. It throws you all the way off your game, especially if you were happy just 2 seconds ago. But knocking as much of the distraction out will help you see a clear path to whatever you're doing. There's so many distractions in this world, and that's why I believe that's why it's all the way that this place was made was for that reason, was because to kick us off of the right track that we're all supposed to be on, but instead it's, you wake up, might have good intentions in your head, and then all of a sudden you wake up, turn your TV on, you see something, you forget about it all, and then boom, you're right back in the same bullshit that you were just into. Or you could be fucking happy, get into the car, you hear a fucked up song, and then it ruins your whole mood, and then you're distracted once again. It's happened to me so many fucking times that I can't count on my own fingers and toes. But the more and more you pay attention to it, the more and more it gets easier to dismiss it and say, fuck the distractions. I'm not doing that shit no more. Or I'm not paying attention to that shit no more. And it gets better. You start to really see the signs that life's throwing at you, or maybe you're throwing them at yourself. We just don't really understand it. As far as like the way we think and our intentions and stuff like that, it very well could be us trying to sabotage ourselves, but at the same time, if we succeed through it, it's not really sabotage, it's more of trying to help you learn. And I think when everybody starts to understand that and really dive deep into that, I solely believe that you'll fucking start to get shit, man. You'll start to understand what's going on and how to manipulate the world to make it to your liking, so forth and so on. Not really sure where else I'm gonna go with this video, but that was the main thing that I wanted to say. As far as like the distractions and the way the world turns and how you interact with it. But that's all. I'll see y'all soon.